Okay, so it's been quite a up and down 2 3 days on the FTSE 100 index. So just wanted to have a quick look at that. Obviously, the thing that's coming into sharpest focus at the moment is the Italian referendum. In a sort of nutshell, I mean the top and bottom of it is that Italy has quite a inefficient and complicated way of sort of its parliament works and its ways laws are passed. Which to I guess that alone to your average sort of investor or trader is not that important. The key thing here is that Renzi has maybe somewhat foolishly offered to resign. If he loses this vote, the ramifications of that being that it's very likely that a party who is going to get in, who wants to leave the euro, and it's really that would signal that there's going to be a referendum, an Italian referendum, somewhere in the not too distant future, maybe next summer, something like that. So Sunday is very important. I think if the vote goes against Renzi, then I think that'll probably be the prelude to a referendum. I mean, the numbers behind it. I mean, it's hard to predict referendums we've seen in 2016, but if you just look at the pure numbers behind it, I mean, they're pretty shocking. Italy, their debt to GDP is standing at about 132%. And their unemployment rate is around 11.5%. Youth unemployment is standing at 37% at the moment. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise you if they've had enough of Renzi, which will manifest itself on Sunday, and B, looking further beyond that, they may well. I mean, if you look at those figures, there's very little growth in that in Italy, as there isn't in a lot of the South Mediterranean countries. They're really struggling as part of the euro, falling wages, falling living standards. So it wouldn't be a total shock if that's where this story is heading towards. Italy pulling out of the euro maybe next year at some point. So it could be bumpy times ahead. So getting back to the FTSE, I mean, we've seen it's tried this week. It's been really, especially yesterday afternoon, it got very heavily sold from the sort of 68, sort of not quite 50, 68, 35, 68, 40 kind of level, really hard in the last hour. Yesterday afternoon, it struggled today. Did a video a couple of weeks ago about this developing head and shoulders here, as you can see. The neckline, it dipped just below it, but it did recover quite well this afternoon. So we'll have to see what tomorrow brings. I mean, if it does break this line, I think there could be a bit more of a sell-off. I mean, if there wasn't this referendum, all of the things being equal, I would think this would have been your last sort of dip of the year, really, and there would have been a sort of a centre rally heading back up this way, but it may well break down first. As to what happens if they do vote out or they do vote yes, I mean, it sounds like the ECB is standing by with I think I heard it was about an 80 billion euro rescue package, which. Well, it doesn't. I mean, they just print money at every conceivable crisis. They print money and buy bonds, and regardless of the fact that it's going to make things worse in the end when inflation hits and rates do go up, that's what they'll do. I won't be surprised if after a bit of a sell-off, once Draghi steps in, the markets will probably take an up leg after that, and the sort of madness will continue again. So I think my strategy is going to be I'm going to buy some FTSE out of the money FTSE puts tomorrow. I actually bought some out of the money DAX 9,800 March puts earlier this week, and also I'm going to have a look. I'll probably do a video tomorrow afternoon and have a look at the American market, especially the Dow, which looks really overbought to me, and looking at buying some out of the money put options on the Dow Mini on that. So I'll do something about that tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting week next week, and we'll see what the outcome of the referendum is.